I have never done one of these before. Let's see. Application guide. Unfold the mask, place the mask on the face, position the cutout to your face, smooth the mask over skin so there are no wrinkles or bubbles, leave on for 20 minutes. Massage lightly the bubbles that come out of the sheet mask. Remove mask and wash bubbles off with water. When your skin is dry, you may resume your normal skincare regime. Well, I don't have one, so... Ugh. Just, it's all slimy. There's a cat in here. Okay. Oh, geez. Is there no, like, right side up situation? What is this? Oh. Oh. While I'm doing this, I'm going to be talking about some gender change movies that y'all have probably never heard of. Oh, sweet Jesus, that's cold. You're a free kitty. No? Okay. Oh, you went out. Okay. First movie I'd like to talk about is Sam from 2016. This movie was directed by Nicholas Brooks, who is the son of Mel Brooks. Despite that, this movie is... it kind of burns a little. This movie is a rom-com that follows the many tropes of the genre. A womanizer gets transformed into a woman who's played by Natalie Knepp and ends up falling in love with his best friend despite being on a journey to try and be transformed back. Oh, it tingles. For extra points, the new woman plays her own cousin who is in town during her cousin Sam's work, which is also conveniently the same name as her. I don't really know why they think everyone's so stupid that this is my cousin. We have the exact same friggin' name. But, oh man, that's not even the same. Okay. Anyways. I feel like one of the characters is playing a Jack Nicholson impression the entire movie, which is kind of awkward. And the biggest name in this movie is Morgan Fairchild. The movie is too by the numbers. I just blew bubbles. It just feels kind of dated. I think if you're into Natalie Knepp, that you should probably check out 2015's Alto, which has Knepp in it playing a lesbian. And I've never seen that movie, but it looks like it's got more of an original story to it, and it looks pretty cool from what I've seen. Man, that's bugging the crap out of me that there's a gap there. The next movie is Paradox Alex from 2012. Now, this is free with ads on the platform Vudu. I own it, but I only bought it on SD because I got a bunch of Diet Dr. Peppers at the time and used the points that they were having for Vudu at the time. Ugh. But, yeah. Oh, I just dropped my phone. Alright. So Paradox Alex. It was directed by Erica Dapkes, D-A-P-K-E-I-C-Z. Dapkes? Yeah, no. Erica. She's worked as an editor on such movies as Monster vs. Aliens. My whole face is just coming down. But She's worked on movies such as an editor on Monsters vs. Aliens, which I think was an awesome movie. Flushed Away and Puss in Boots, which I haven't seen any of those, but she was also apparently a production assistant on Disney's Mulan as well as Pocahontas. In the year 2040, water on Earth has become scarce, and 4 people go to space to get water from the moon Europa to bring back to Earth in order to receive a huge payday, as well as save the planet. Due to some unforeseen mishaps, the team is down a member, and the others discover that they are slowly, and one not so slowly, going through some changes. When they arrive back to their part of the universe, they discover that the planet isn't exactly how it was when they left. Suddenly, there is a very unexpected love triangle and power struggle over one of the members of the team. This film isn't as cliche as most gender change films, which is a definite plus. Fair warning, though, Miss Mako, as I know her as, doesn't seem to like delivering cliche, predictable endings, which should be great, but for some that might be a bit triggering at times. Fair warning, it's some decent low-budget science fiction or fantasy or thriller? Whatever. It has a cowboy hat and a goldfish in it, 1,000 stars. Interesting factoid, one of the characters is an artist, and the art is actually done by Zoe Crockett, who I have done an interview with for my blog, as well as I have commissioned some art from them before, some of it being Disney, some of it being gender-bent Disney, and even one being of my character Evelyn. The next movie is Amanda, that was made in 2009 and directed by Steve Mara. I feel like this is another passion project, kind of like the previous one I mentioned. It stars Ariana Dubinin, Dubyin, and Randy Ryan, and is about a businessman who meets a beautiful woman he wants to marry. Turns out that she is not who the man thinks she is, as she drops a bomb on him 36 minutes into the movie. This is a romantic movie, and it's kind of based on some trickery, and I strongly hate this movie. A large portion of this movie feels unnecessary. There's some psychological abuse in it. The movie has a happily ever after, though in case you're wondering if the tragic minority character, the cisgendered heterosexual male businessman who is white, could ever find happiness, you're in luck. Yeah, I really don't like that movie. It's the least favorite on this list. Sexual Chemistry, made in 1999. It was directed by Mike Sedan and written by Helen Haxton, which is interesting, a female writer for a movie like this, because this movie, it follows... this movie is softcore pornography, pretty much. It's about a dude who works in a lab, he experiments on himself, and then he turns into Stephanie LaFleur, who apparently she's not Heather Graham, who played Roller Girl in Boogie Nights and the attractive doctor from Scrubs. Which, okay, going into that, I really didn't realize that. So this is less a TG movie than Let's Transform into Playmate Stephanie LaFleur, which, okay, that's cool. The transformations into Stephanie LaFleur... Cats are bugging me. The main character turning into Stephanie LaFleur is kind of sporadic, and he, of course, pretends to be his cousin, fill in for him at work, and he ends up getting kind of screwed over by the whole thing, and to prove that he's not actually Stephanie LaFleur, his girlfriend uses the serum on herself and turns into Stephanie LaFleur, which, what a twist! The last movie I want to talk about is Goodbye Charlie, which, God, I look ridiculous. Which Goodbye Charlie was from 1964, and it stars Tony Curtis, Debbie Reynolds, and Pat Boone. This movie is about a boozy playboy who is whacked by for his philanderous ways on his party boat, but comes back and There's this really beautiful blonde on the boat, shaking her, well, groove thing, which that's kind of too new of a phrase for the 1960s. Anyways, Charlie comes back as a woman who seems to have amnesia at first, and you see Charlie's funeral and no one showed up. Uh, the new girl, though, is played by Debbie Reynolds, aka Princess Leia's mother, and she does a great job in the flick that is based on a play by the same name. After originally detesting being a woman to the extent that she says she would have rather come back as a dog, she eventually embraces it. She tries to marry into money, because that's better than being, poor and homeless, I guess. She tries to end up with a rich dude despite the fact her best friend obviously falls in love with her. And this movie has a different ending than the play by the same name because I think they thought that it'd be kind of gay. I don't know if she ends up with the best friend. That's probably the route I would have gone with. But but yeah, they end up not doing that, and there's a twist ending, and it comes off as ironic and not a happily ever after because 1960s. Now this movie, I believe it's been remade, but I know they shot a pilot for a TV show version of it, and this movie also heavily inspired films that came out after, I think, including Sam, but also there was this movie called Switch that came out, and it's kind of like a remake of that, but it's not nearly as good. This is less glamorous than I thought it would be. Just massage lightly the bubbles that come from out of the mask. I should have been doing that this entire time, I guess. Oh, massaging. Oh. I feel like this would make my skin saggier, This was a stupid idea. So I'm supposed to lay backwards so it doesn't sag so much? They didn't mention that. See, when I opened it, I was expecting like something that adheres to your face. Like an adhesive mask that you put on that does its magic underneath the adhesive. Instead of putting on, I kind of feel like this is Silence of the Lambs. Or more correctly, that I'm the cable guy quoting Silence of the Lambs. Silence of the Lambs. This isn't fried chicken though. This, like twinsies. Oh, is this supposed to go there? Oh man, I'm an idiot. Three more minutes. Why is it that I read the part, keep out of eyes, right as it's going into my eye? Well, that's one eye down. Oh, it's getting into that eye now. Remove mask, wash bubbles off. Oh. Oh.
You're off work today.
Yes, I am.
Have I just found myself in one of your YouTube videos?
Yeah, but it's going to be at super speed.
Okay.
Or edited down.
Oh, you're going to edit me out of your video.
Yes.
Yeah, come here and be edited.
No, I don't want to have to edit.
You're already having to edit.
No, go away.
This is more editing.
I'm in the bathroom. It's my private space. I don't even know how to edit that out.
Do me a favor and don't edit it out. I want to be famous.
Okay. So my skin doesn't feel any smoother, really. Feels kind of stuck in place. Like, I can't describe it. I've also learned that the bathroom is not a good place to shoot videos because of constant distractions. Ow, that hurts. Yeah. So this video will be interesting once I edit it. I hope it was somewhat entertaining. Have a good day.